What you was thinking when Tank did that when he took the knee? What you was thinking when he took the knee?
I can't speak on it.
Can't think on that?
Can't speak on it.
He did some bullshit though?
I can't speak on it.
You have no personal opinion, nothing?
Yeah.
No, you gotta calm down. Listen to me.
Hey, come on now. He's trying to get it. Hey, come on now.
Leaked recordings of a conversation between Dart Davis and his corner sent shockwaves through the boxing world, signaling serious trouble ahead. As if that wasn't enough, audio involving Von Davis and the referees also surfaced, fueling further controversy. This revelation became the tipping point, ultimately playing a key role in Lamont Roach's appeal.
He said fight out of the clinch. Yeah. That's what we were gonna do. He came in the back and was like, I'm gonna let you fight out, especially if one arm is loose or whatever the case may be.
The clinch, yeah, that was part of the plan. He came to the back and said, I'll let you fight out of it, especially if one arm is free or you're in a position to defend yourself. It's all about maintaining that balance between offense and defense, staying aware, and reacting quickly to whatever happens in the ring.
Simple. So I was like, all right, the ref started counting. When I'm looking at him, I'm like, the ref started counting. But I see him get up and go to the corner.
The commission chose to downplay his efforts and dismissed the recordings, refusing to take them seriously. In the end, their reaction only fueled further controversy within the boxing world. Fans and analysts fiercely debated the implications, with some arguing that the sport's integrity was at risk, while others feared the commission's dismissal could set a dangerous precedent for future transparency in boxing. Asterisk.
I'm sorry. I'm terrible. I am, but I'm ashamed of myself. I am so cynical, but this sport has made me cynical. I'm sorry. I don't see anyone's going to make...
The New York State Athletic Commission is reviewing referee Steve Willis's handling of Lamont Roach Jr.'s knockdown of Gervonta Davis. On ProBox TV, veteran boxing writer Dan Rafael stated, if they got it right, Roach wins. He argued that Willis's mistake cost Roach a championship and a chance to hand America's top fighter his first loss. On his podcast, Teddy Atlas also shared his thoughts on the controversial call in round 9.
It's going to reprimand this referee. What are they going to do? I mean, it happens too often. It's happened too often. I don't know. We need a national commission. That's the only thing I could think of. But
ref wouldn't have done the same for Roach. We need better, more trained refs, whatever you want to call them. I won't say honesty was the issue, but we need officials who can make the right call with confidence, he said. He also questioned whether Tank Davis received favorable treatment because of his star status.
One right now, but the last thing I want to say to put a bow on this one, Bud, we talked about the controversial part, but I want to...
He continued, I think he set a record for the most fans ever at Barclays Center. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe they hit a new attendance record, maybe even a gate record. They've hosted concerts, fights, and basketball games there, and this was huge. He's a star, he draws crowds, has a massive fan base, and delivers solid pay-per-view numbers. I don't know the exact figures for this one, but he's one of those guys who consistently brings in strong pay-per-view sales. It all comes with him.
The great part. That was high-level boxing. That was two guys at the highest level showing their skills.
When a referee lets a fighter take a knee, something not allowed in boxing, and fails to score it 10-8, that's a problem. Tank Davis got away with it because the sport allowed him to. He's a great, complete fighter, but this wasn't right. The issue isn't with the fighters, it's with those running the sport. This keeps happening, and it needs to stop.
Guy miss and you counter, and then all of a sudden you're in front of him. Boom! You're the invisible man. You're on the... That's sweet science too, yes. And it's easier to see. It grabs your attention. Oh, wow, look at that guy. He's on the outside.
Teddy Atlas said, a ref can't ignore something that's not in the rulebook. Tank got hit with a jab, took a knee. That's a knockdown. This isn't football. No fair catches. Even Terence Crawford joked, I must have been asleep when they passed that rule. Atlas added, this isn't the Indy 500. No pit stops in boxing. Tank went down, and Roach had every right to attack. The rule is, defend yourself at all times.
Middle of the furnace, with all the flames and everything going, and you don't get burnt up, you don't get torched, You don't get scorched. That is...
I've seen fighters hit opponents who are turning away. The ref doesn't stop it unless the bell rings or he steps in. Roach had every right to throw, but he chose to be a sportsman. When Tank turned, Roach could have landed a straight left. It wouldn't have looked great, but it would have been legal. The real issue: Tank and the ref. Tank was allowed to take a knee, go to his corner, get his vision cleared, and then continue. If the ref scored it 10-8, as he should have, even if Tank wasn't hurt, Roach wouldn't have gotten a draw. He would have won the title. And plenty of people with plus 900 tickets would be celebrating right now. Asterisk asterisk.
Something funny. When we was talking in like the 12th round, I think the 12th or 11th, we was talking shit, right? But he like, you ain't gonna win.
He summed it up by saying he bullied the bully. Really, he did. It's like a schoolyard fight where the bully always gets his way until someone stands up to him. Suddenly, he's not as aggressive. My cousin used to say, when intimidation fails and the one being bullied becomes the intimidator, everything flips. You won't hear that from many people.
No. What you talking about? They like, they ain't gonna give it to you. I was like, oh, is that right? So, you know, that's how boxing.
Roach, a former amateur rival of Davis, should be the headline after handing Tank his first career blemish in their controversial draw. The New York State Athletic Commission blamed a technical issue for missing the replay, failing to call Davis's round 9 knee a knockdown. That mistake cost Roach the win, and millions he could have earned as the defending champion in their likely rematch.
In round number 9, Gervonta Davis takes a knee, landed a right hand, then 2 jabs afterward. What were you thinking when this happened? Were you surprised as everybody else? What was on your mind?
Man, I was surprised, man. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I thought it was a 10-8 counting. While I'm looking at him, I'm like, the ref started counting. But I see him get up and go to the corner. So now I'm just like, all right, now I'm confused. I don't know what's going on.
Did you think?
I think he was starting to fight, but then again, like when I look at him in the corner, I'm like, what is going on? Like, I don't know. I don't know now. I just don't know what's going on. Besides the fact that it's sad to say, you know, that's how boxing works. I'm not like totally upset. I figured with a superstar, you won't get too much on paper. But shit, I damn sure thought I had it. Especially when they announced the score for him. I was like, oh, they gonna give me a split decision win. I was like, oh yeah. I was like, oh shit, here it goes. But as soon as I heard that 114, I was just like, damn, alright, it's over with. So, yeah, man, it's just crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Like, it's okay. We gonna run it back. It's okay.